You know that feeling, that sudden, almost electric urge to just drop everything and chase a new dream or dive headfirst into some big adventure? Well, if you've ever felt that, you've already shaken hands with the Knight of Wands. Today, we're going to get to know that fiery spirit a whole lot better as we unpack one of the most action-packed cards in the entire deck.
I mean, just look at this card for a second. You can practically feel the energy just crackling right off it, can't you? This isn't just about moving forward, it's a full-on explosion of raw, untamed momentum. The Knight of Wands, he doesn't wait around for an invitation. He is action, he is ambition, and he is that relentless drive to just charge ahead. So, who is this guy really? Well, at his absolute core, he's the spirit of fire itself. So let's break down what that fiery essence, that feeling of limitless abundance and just pure good fortune is all about. Okay, when this knight is on his game, he is just absolutely irresistible. You know that person who walks into a party and the whole room just kind of tilts in their direction? That's him. That's his energy. He's courageous, he's incredibly passionate, and he has this magnetic charm that makes everyone around him want to be a little bit bolder, to just embrace the thrill of whatever's next. But here's the cool thing about the tarot. It doesn't just tell you this stuff, it shows you. Every little detail in the art is a clue. So let's play detective for a minute and decode the fiery symbols packed into this card to really get a handle on its power. First things first, you can't understand the knight without understanding his family, right? He belongs to the suit of wands, and this suit is all about the element of fire. We're talking pure, spiritual energy, that initial spark of an idea, and the raw force that gets things moving. And you can see that fire perfectly in his horse. I mean, this horse isn't just trotting along. It's rearing up, absolutely coiled with unstoppable energy, ready to just launch. Now, this represents radiant health and incredible momentum, but it also hints at what they call a precipitate mood. You know, that classic habit of leaping before you look? Now, check out the wand he's holding. Getting close. See that? It's not just a stick, it's alive. It's got little green leaves sprouting from the tip. And this is such a powerful symbol of good fortune and manifestation. It means new life is literally bursting forth. Maybe it's a creative project, a new business, or even those investments you made suddenly growing like crazy right before your eyes. But here's the deal with fire, as we all know. It can cook your dinner, or it can burn your house down. And that brings us right to the heart of this knight's story. The razor-thin edge he's always walking, between passionate action and pure, unadulterated recklessness. And here you can see the two sides of that coin laid out plain and simple. On one side, he's the champion, passionate, courageous, totally charming. But when that fire burns too hot with no control, he becomes the rebel, cocky, impatient, irresponsible, and just thoughtless. It's such a great reminder that his biggest strengths can become his worst weaknesses in a heartbeat. And this right here is the big question the Knight of Wands puts on the table. When this kind of intense, fiery energy shows up in your life, whether it's coming from you or from somebody else, you gotta hit pause and ask yourself a really simple question. Is this fire helping or is it hurting? So, okay, this is all great, but how do we actually use this? How do we know when it's time to jump on that horse and ride and when it's time to, maybe put the horse back in the stable? Let's get practical. Ask yourself, are you feeling stuck, kind of in a rut? Are you maybe planning things to death, getting lost in the details? If you're nodding your head right now, it might be time to call in the knight. His energy is like the perfect antidote for feeling stagnant. It's basically the universe telling you, hey, go take that risk, be spontaneous, just say yes for a change. But here are the red flags. If your confidence is starting to look a lot more like cockiness, if you're feeling angry and impatient all the time, or if you find yourself rushing into really risky situations without thinking, that's the knight's shadow side taking the wheel. And it's a huge sign to slow down, take a breath, and rein it in. So, what's it all boil down to? What's our big takeaway here? The Knight of Wands is pure, raw potential. The energy itself isn't good or bad. The real question is, what are you going to do with it? And that right there is the question this card leaves you with. When you look at your own life, right now, in this moment, what does the situation call for? Is it time to ride forth with all that passion and courage? Or is it time to pull back on the reins and find your center? Only you have that answer. Hey, if this explainer lit a little fire under you, go ahead and channel some of that awesome Knight of Wands energy. Charge down and hit that like button. Jump into the comments with your thoughts, and definitely subscribe so you don't miss our next adventure. Thanks so much for watching.